4 images, 1 country. If you can recognize these shapes, you can recognize Israel in a second.
Today we learn the shortcut. Look, recognize, then ask why it looks like this and how it's built.
Israel's architecture compresses geology, climate, belief, and modern ambition into a few unforgettable materials.
We'll keep it simple. The signature look, the reason, the build trick, where money goes, and the detail you'll never unsee.
First postcard. Jerusalem, where one stone color becomes a citywide identity.
Jerusalem teaches the fastest lesson. Material becomes identity. The city's tone is not random, it's a decision. That honey limestone reads as continuity. Old and new speak the same visual language under sharp light. When sunrise hits, the city looks unified, like the skyline agreed on one filter, warm stone and hard shadows.
Stone is expensive because it's slow and skilled. You pay for cutting, transport, anchors, and labor.
Many buildings are modern structures underneath, then faced in limestone. The city keeps a stone skin over new bones. Consistency costs money in precision. In this sun, every corner and joint becomes part of the city's signature.
In dense areas, access is the real budget killer. Moving heavy stone through tight streets turns time into cost.
Stone also changes with light. Jerusalem doesn't just have a color, it has a daily rhythm written by the sun. Even modern details get framed by limestone. New design is allowed, but the exterior voice stays consistent. Remember this: honey limestone glowing under hard light. Your brain should instantly say, Jerusalem. Jerusalem's power is one stone family, but endless variation. Texture, age, and cut telling different centuries at once.
Look close and you can read time. Older blocks show scars. Newer surfaces look engineered and clean.
Even when glass arrives, stone frames it. The city absorbs modern life while keeping a unified exterior identity.
From quarry to wall, every step adds cost. Cutting and lifting stones safely is a slow choreography.
The final finish is handwork. Joints, corners, and surfaces decide whether it reads timeless or temporary.
Now a modern symbol in Jerusalem, the Shrine of the Book, a building that looks like it's guarding something precious.
It houses the Dead Sea Scrolls, and the architecture tells that story with one simple gesture: a clean, white dome.
Notice the deliberate contrast, light against dark. The site becomes an argument: protection, revelation, memory.
Inside, engineering is invisible. Stable humidity, controlled temperature, and light designed to never harm fragile material.
Where does the money go? Into staying pristine, waterproofing, durable surfaces, and systems built for long-term preservation.
In one glance, you understand the metaphor. A container for texts becomes a container-shaped building. The design is intentionally simple. One curve, one plane, and water, enough to communicate meaning without words.
In a city of dust and sun, whiteness is maintenance. Keeping the dome clean becomes part of the architecture.
Preservation is control. Temperature, humidity, and light are engineered so the artifacts outlive the building itself.
2 cities, 2 personalities. Tel Aviv is younger, coastal, and fast, and its signature is the opposite of stone.
The White City reads as an entire district of modernist geometry. Clean volumes, flat roofs, and long runs of white. If you see rounded corners and deep balconies casting strong shade, your brain can label it Tel Aviv modernism.
This isn't decoration, it's climate. Balconies become sun shields. Openings tuck back. Form learns heat.
Modern ideas arrived, then adapted. Planning and function mattered. Streets, airflow, and shade, because climate demanded it. Many buildings use reinforced concrete frames, then light plaster finishes. It's fast to build and flexible in form.
Even the ground level often breathes. Open space below, shade above, so air and people can move through heat.
Today, the price isn't only building, it's preservation, restoring facades, upgrading systems, keeping the silhouette.
Modern standards add hidden costs: accessibility, safety, utilities, while the outside must still look effortless.
The unforgettable detail is shade itself. Deep balconies and crisp shadow edges. Modernism drawn in sunlight.
Flat roofs suit the coast. The architecture feels made for bright sky, wind, and the rhythm of everyday life.
Unlike Jerusalem's stone glow, Tel Aviv stays high contrast, white surfaces and shadows doing most of the storytelling. You start to see a vocabulary, curves, ribbons, recesses, each a small engineering answer to sun exposure. Urban greenery becomes part of the climate strategy. Trees and balconies work together, making shade shared infrastructure.
Where money goes is time, careful repairs that look invisible. In heritage districts, the best work is the work you can't spot.
The big effect is repetition. Not one icon, an entire city texture that becomes instantly recognizable.
These modernist shells became homes. Balconies aren't just shade, they're daily life, stacked into the facade.
Light control becomes design. Louvers and recesses turn harsh sun into usable, calm daylight inside.
Flat roofs make a fifth facade. In a bright city, even the roofline becomes part of the signature silhouette.
Coastal air ages concrete. Repairing structure, rebar, waterproofing, edges is often the hidden budget behind a clean white look.
Preservation aims for consistency. When it's done right, only the original rhythm of curves and shade remains.
Even at night, the geometry holds. Tel Aviv's modernism is so clear that light redraws it every evening.
Third postcard, Haifa, where the monument is also a landscape, engineered into a precise staircase up the mountain.
The terraces feel mathematical. Mirrored curves, straight axes, repeating steps. Your eyes sense geometry first.
It's beauty with discipline. Stone edges, trimmed greens, and water lines that keep everything calm under the sun.
The center point is the Golden Dome. Everything reinforces one idea: order.
Under elegance is hillside engineering, retaining structures, stairs, drainage, and irrigation built for slope and heat.
The hidden cost is maintenance. A garden monument must be rebuilt daily. Alignment, trimming, watering, cleaning.
That's why it stays unforgettable. Symmetry, readable from far away, day or night, like a living diagram.
Precision is the real craft. One crooked line breaks the spell, so alignment becomes architecture.
Water is choreography, sparkle without damage. It must drain fast, protect stone, and feed plants evenly.
The setting amplifies it. Busy city below, and above it, controlled calm. Symmetry that feels almost unreal.
Where money goes is repetition. Replanting, trimming, and cleaning, so it always looks like the first day.
Final postcard, the desert. Masada is pure silhouette, an isolated fortress that feels carved from the landscape. Here, architecture isn't just shelter, it's strategy. Choose a site that defends itself, then let the land work. In the desert, the enemy is exposure. You read design in what it avoids, wasted movement and unnecessary openings.
The genius is system thinking, storage, circulation, and above all, water management hidden inside the rock.
From above, the plan becomes geometry against emptiness. Rectangles and courtyards pressing human order onto raw stone.
Modern costs are access and protection, safe paths, conservation work, and constant monitoring under extreme weather.
Masada stays in memory because it's extreme. Architecture at the edge of what's possible, where rock and sky dominate.
Desert ruins erode quietly. Conservation is a race against wind abrasion, heat expansion, and time grinding stone down.
The most important spaces are infrastructure. Channels and cisterns that turn rare rain into survival.
Access is part of the story. Moving people and materials across extreme terrain is expensive, slow, and risky. Step back, and the environment wins the frame. Masada's architecture is bold, but the desert is bigger.
If you want Israel's architecture to stick, memorize materials and shapes: stone, white, terraces, desert, midgets. Each postcard is a shortcut to place. Jerusalem's limestone continuity, Tel Aviv's sunproof modernism.
Even modern icons behave like stories here, buildings that explain themselves at a glance through form and contrast.
Israel isn't one style. It's compressed geography, multiple identities packed close together, each instantly recognizable.
Once you see these 4 images clearly, you won't confuse them with anywhere else.